Here we go. Good morning, everybody, and happy Tuesday. Hello, Maddie.
Hello. Hey, Nancy.
How are you today?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm 10 days away from a big move, but we haven't let out all the details yet. So, everybody go over to Instagram and watch my Instagram over the next 2 weeks, and you'll find out some great new, exciting information going on in my life. But today, I want to talk specifically about the Interior Design Society's DOTI Awards, which is basically the Interior Design Awards, and it's 2024. So now's the time to start submitting if you have a project that you're proud of from 2023, correct?
It is the time. Submissions have opened, and so we opened those on March 1st, and you have a little over 2 months to submit. So the deadline is May 15th, but now is the time to start looking at your projects from the last couple of years, pulling together photography, making sure that you have everything set to apply.
So, all right. So explain to everybody what the Designer of the Year Awards are, who it's open to, and kind of what it can do for their career, because I think it's really important. And we're live on Instagram as well, and people are starting to come on. So
Hey,
tell
Instagram.
everyone. Hello, everyone. All right. So Interior Design Society, DOTI Awards, the Designer of the Year Awards. Tell everyone what it is.
Sure. So this is our awards program. We've offered it for maybe like 13 years now, I think.
Long time.
And
Yeah.
it is all residential design for the most part. I'll go over a few exceptions, but that is what, really makes it unique, is that it's all about residential design. We have maybe now we have probably close to 40 categories.
Wow.
So there's everything from home offices to outdoor spaces, kitchens, baths. There's even sustainable design and universal design. We have so many categories. So it's you can always find something that a project fits into.
So any project they did in 2023, or could also be 22 or 21. Is this, how many years can they go back?
Yeah, it is for 2022, 2023, and 2024.
So any project completed in that time frame by the deadline, May 31st?
May 15th.
May 15th. They can submit a project that they've done that they're proud of, that they think can win an award.
Yes, absolutely. And what is great about submitting for Designer of the Year Awards is obviously you have an opportunity to win a national award. So that is just great exposure for your business. It gives you some, talking points when talking to potential clients. It's a great marketing tool. You hear business coaches say all the time, if you've won any awards, put them on your website, put them on your social media, tell everybody that you are a Designer of the Year. So that is huge in itself, and it gives you, a sense of accomplishment too.
It does.
So it's a great benefit. But then, outside of that, we use the IDS list, which is our sister brand, our consumer-facing platform. We use all of those submissions for our content. So that's like a pro tip right there.
Yes, so that is the pro tip.
Even if you don't win an award, your work has a really good chance of being shared on our IDS list social platforms. So it's a great win-win.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know what the IDS list is, just to be a little more clear, if a residential homeowner is looking for an interior designer, the Interior Design Society, IDS, has put out a list of all its members who a client is looking for a designer. They can be matched up through the IDS list website. And what Maddie's saying is your work can be portrayed on that, even just by submitting for the Designer of the Year Awards, even if you don't win, right? So I love the DOTI Awards. I've been to many of those award ceremonies, presentations. They're always very glamorous and very amazing. And it gives, bless you, it gives a ton of information for content for people's social media, for their blogs, for their website, for their clients, for their welcome packets, everything, right? It's like I was a winner of a Designer of the Year award. And now you have so many categories, right? So you do kitchen and bath at all different levels, just so
Yes.
people know, even if you're a designer who doesn't do high luxury, you still have the opportunity to win, correct?
Exactly. Yeah. So we really have a lot of pricing tiers. And this year, we actually added an additional pricing tier for some of our categories. So, for example, with kitchens, the tiers are 50,000 and below, 50 to 100,000, 100 to 175, and then 175,000 and above. So,
Okay.
really
Client
great.
spend, client spend.
Yes, client spend. Yeah.
Okay.
And we ask you, some designers they have access to, what you're spending with your subcontractors or what the clients are spending outside of what's going through you. And some people don't. But what we ask is that you describe what's included in that budget so that the judges know and so that we can appropriately place you if needed.
Judges, who have been the judges in the past?
Oh gosh, Nancy, we work really hard on judges every year and it requires a lot of judges and a lot of time. So we always have people from the press judge, which is amazing because they have an eye of they're looking for what's going to perform well in press. And also it gives you a little bit of a chance to maybe get published too if you win that category that they're judging.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we always have members from the press. We often have interior design educators. So we'll have, educators and professors who are used to analyzing design work and scoring and grading. We have really, notable interior designers that have a huge followings and who are well known. And then we also have some product designers. And then we have, some subject matter experts that come in and judge some of those really specific categories, like the sustainable design category and like.
Oh, sustainable design category. I like that. Okay. It's
Yes.
new.
And like, last year, one of our new categories is rendering. So we always have, somebody who specializes in rendering judge that one. A couple.
Nice. Okay, so there's really a ton of opportunities. And I know right now you're in the early bird pricing for submissions to get your work possibly to win a Designer of the Year award, right? So
Yes.
how much does it cost to submit one project?
So it is $125 per submission. And during the early bird period, which is only active for another few days, it ends March 15th. During that period, you get 20% off. So it comes down to $100 per entry.
$100 per entry right now till March 15th. And you said something before we went live that I think is super important. So people think I don't have any time in the next 3 days to submit my project because I know I'm going to need photos and fill out things. And, so how do they take advantage of the early bird special without having the time to sit down and actually fill out the full submission?
I'm glad you asked. So obviously you can submit your work now and take advantage of that special rate, but we offer a pre-purchase option. So if you're going to submit 5 projects, say, and you're not going to have time to submit them in the next few days, you can go on our website and pre-purchase your entries. You'll then receive a coupon code to use anytime before the final deadline that will completely discount the 5 entries. So you're guaranteed to be able to save, and people really like this feature. We offered it, I think maybe 2 years ago, we offered it for the first time. And it's really popular because everybody loves savings. I mean, why not?
Oh my God. Yeah. So they can go in now for $100. So they want to submit a kitchen from one person's house, maybe a living room from the same house, and a basement from another house. They can do 3 submissions, $300, but hold it until they get all their information together to actually fill out the application for judging.
Yep, exactly. Okay. And just to be clear, you cannot, those pre-purchase entries are non-transferable to anybody else or to another program year. So you do have to use them this year.
Okay.
But I mean, why not? And even if you think you're gonna maybe submit 8 projects, but you're not totally sure about 2 of them, go ahead and buy 6, and then you can decide later if you want to submit an extra 2.
Right. Okay. So what do they need to actually fill out an application? What kind of information should they? I know people get worried, like, I don't have everything I need. I don't know what they're going to require. And what if I pay and then I don't have everything that's required to upload to get judged, right? So what do they need?
Total a valid concern there. So you definitely need a before photo, at least one, unless it's new construction. So if it's new construction, don't worry about it. But one before photo, it does not have to be professional. Honestly, the worse it looks, the better.
Right.
And then you also need professional photography of that project. It's not required to have professional photography, but I rarely ever see people win with iPhone photos. So
yeah, and that's a good tip. Like, don't bother if you're not able to do the professional photography for the after, right?
Right. Yeah. So professional photography, and then we need a release form, a concealed identification and release form. So that just has to be signed by the homeowner and the photographer. And if you're submitting multiple projects or multiple entries from one home, you just have to get that form signed once. If the homeowner and photographer are the same for the kitchen and the living room and the bedroom, then just get that form signed once.
Okay.
And then also there's some questions that you'll need to fill out on the application. And we have simplified this over the years and made it as simple as possible.
As minimalistic as possible, right? Yes. To be judged fully. Okay.
Yes. And maybe, now AI is such a thing. I think you can probably use AI to help you with a lot of these questions.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. So you have to kind of do a design statement of some kind?
Yes. You have to write a design summary statement. It's 150 words max. And there is an example on our website to, get a feel for what that is. But what that's for is if you win for that category, that is what our Masters of Ceremonies will read at the awards about your project. So you want it to sound fun and interesting. So,
okay. So that goes like, when I walked into this project, the client wanted da, 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 da. In order to solve that problem, we did this, that, and the other thing. And like that kind of thing, like a little narrative about the problems they faced and how they solved them, or something like that. Correct?
Exactly. And it's great to use words that, evoke a lot of imagery. And so that people can kind of get a feel of all the work that went into that project.
Okay. So if there was storage solutions implemented, or there was whatever
some
challenges,
custom hardware, or, like something cool that you brought to the project. Include that.
But it doesn't have to be so extravagant either. It could just be, I took this space that looked terrible and the client wanted it to reflect their personality, their workflow in their house, whatever. And this is what we did. So it doesn't have to be anything like over the top.
Exactly.
Okay.
So,
all right. So photography releases, homeowner releases, a little story about the project, before picture that can be from your phone, and professional after pictures. Those are really key to apply.
Those are vital. Yeah. And then there's a few other questions. You do have to fill out what the budget was and what you actually ended up spending for what the client ended up spending. And you have to fill out what were the design challenges and how were they met. But some of these questions are just bullet points. So really the only thing you have to write eloquently is that design summary statement. All the rest are just bullet points. So that makes it easier on you, and it makes it easier on the judges.
Is there a lot of submissions yearly?
Yes. It is a national awards program, so you do have to remember that. We have, I can't give you an exact number, but it's hundreds of submissions, hundreds and hundreds.
So that's amazing. Do you have to be an Interior Design Society member, IDS member, or do you have a non-member price as well?
You have to be an IDS member, and you have to be either an associate or a professional. So that is very important. But you can join today and be able to submit, but you do have to be a designer member. We do have a student category that student members are eligible to apply for.
Okay.
And then we also have an impact branch. So we award for pro bono work. So we have an individual impact award, which is usually for a designer member. And then we've got industry partner impact award. So if you, as a company, as an industry partner, if you've done any pro bono work, you can submit for that. And then we have a group impact if you did it with a group. And
So
those,
the whole chapter did a charity event, a redo of a house for, like Long Island years ago did for a veteran, right? So
yes. So that would be perfect to submit. And those are complimentary. Those are there's no entry fee for the impact awards. So that's great. If you do work in your community, how wonderful to be recognized for that.
Oh my God, I know. Here's the best part. As a business coach, I highly recommend people submit for the Doty Awards, because the Doty Awards, the Designer of the Year, gives you a lot of credibility. If you win, or if you're in a place of any kind, first, second, right? It's like, it's a great place to be, where you can then put that on your website, have it for your social media. The event itself is social media worthy alone, right? So the award ceremony, totally. And I think the award ceremony is in New Mexico this year.
Yes, it's in Santa Fe, New Mexico on October 2nd. Wow. So it's part of the conference. It's at the end of the conference. We'll be able to announce our MC in the next couple of months, probably.
Ooh,
so it's somebody really great that you guys all love.
Oh.
So yeah, that is just a wonderful celebration. You can, you'll be notified ahead of time if you're a finalist for an award. So you have time to make accommodations and maybe bring your spouse or family member, to enjoy with you. So
wonderful. Okay, so tell them again that it's $100 off. Oh wait, I know what we missed. If they win a Doty Award, the IDS actually publishes them in national publications as well.
Well, we try. We cannot guarantee, because of course, the magazines all have their own priorities, but usually all of our winners are published in at least a couple of publications.
Okay, I know in the past, but we cannot guarantee it for the future. Is that?
I mean, it's never not happened, but yeah.
Right. Furniture, Lighting, and Decor and Designers Today has historically picked up the award winners and done some kind of a spread on them, which is nice. We can't guarantee they're going to do it again, but we hope.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
We hope. And I know you guys are always looking to expand.
Yep. Okay. So it's a great opportunity to get published. It's a great thing to be able to put on your social media, to talk to your clients about. It really can up-level your business.
It can up-level your business also in the confidence you feel once you've won an award. And if you're getting ready to raise your prices, you're unsure, now you get an award. It just gives you that, I don't know, it's almost like paper confidence to go, you know what, I am good at what I do. And if I've been, feeling a little identity crisis about being a designer, this usually just pumps them right up and go, you know what, I am good at what I do and I can charge what I charge. And now I have even more proof that I'm good at what I do.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And, we actually have a member, and she says that every time she wins a Designer of the Year award, she increases her rates every time. She's been a member for 15 plus years, and she's won several times, and every time she increases her rates. What a great reason to do that.
Oh my God, I know. Like I said, it gives you that confidence. So, all right. Did we miss any details, Maddie, about applying for the Designer of the Year? I think that's about it.
But ask any questions. You can always email us and check out our website. It's interiordesignSociety.org/DOTY.
Okay, /DOTY in order to apply for the.
I got that wrong. It's /awards. Oops.
Oh, okay, good. I don't know if we might have put in a link to it also, but either way, if you go to interiordesignSociety.org, you'll be able to find the Designer of the Year tab and apply. Now, just as a reminder for those who have shown up later in this live, there's $100 per submission right now until March 15th. After that, it goes to $125, correct?
$125, yep. So save 20% now, and you can pre-purchase those until March 15th.
Perfect. All right, cool. Maddie. So someone on Instagram is asking, may I ask about commercial projects? So I can answer for you that the Interior Design Society is a residential interior design society, right? But is there anything for commercial projects to sneak in there?
The only categories that commercial applies for is studio design. So if you if you want to submit your studio design, and then also impact awards if you've done an impact award in a space that's commercial. Otherwise,
Impact is the charitable.
Yes.
Charitable.
Yes,
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So House of Color, that's the answer. So if your own space was renovated in what, 22, 23, or 24 for your business, you can submit that. Or if you've done a charitable something for a commercial space, then you can submit that. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. I don't think we have any other questions right now, but I have to tell you, everyone should even consider starting to investigate the Designer of the Year awards, even if you're nervous about not submitting yet. Because years ago, and Maddie, you can tell me if this is still going on, you guys did a video training on how to do submission. You were very helpful to everybody. You cull down the process to be much simpler. And I love it as a template at the beginning of a project of all the questions and all the approvals you should be thinking about and getting at the beginning of every project, so that you could submit that project as a Designer of the Year award every single time if you want to. Like, it's just a great guide as to what you need from a client and from a photographer, what questions you should ask, what should you be tracking in order to have all the information to do the submission, because it's almost the same information that a publicist needs when they're publishing your work in a magazine. So use it as a template.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea.
Learn how to submit, even if you don't submit, but I'm encouraging everyone to submit at least one project. See where you land among your peers when it comes to your final design, and get the chance to win a Doty Award, which will then allow you to raise your prices, do a ton on your social media, put it on your website, and probably be published in national magazines and be on the IDS website as, you know, the person who won in that category. It's just it's a win-win.
Yes, it really is.
Okay, everyone. Cool. So go have a great season. I think so too. I think we've covered everything. If you just came on live, go back and watch. You can go to my YouTube channel. We have an Interior Design Society channel on my YouTube channel, playlist, I think it's called, where you can go binge watch all the Interior Design Society videos that I've done with them and start to learn really about this great organization and everything it has to offer you. And off subject completely, I recently took advantage of the medical insurance, by the way.
Good. I'm so glad. I'm so glad to hear
really, really great perk. So, all right, Maddie, we'll see you next time. Everybody go have a great Tuesday and go click the link and submit a Doty Award, or at least pay for a couple of submissions in advance, and then go back and fill in the application by May 15th. All right?
Yep.
All right. Bye, everyone. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, Nancy. Bye.
Thanks, Maddie.